22s to get things started here at Chase Fieldhouse. Jamal Shead here on assignment from the Toronto Raptors has been dealing with a little bit of injuries as well, inconsistent play, and trying to get back to his game. The good dump off as Shamshay slams down the first points of the game.
Well, and that's one of the things in the last game out. The Go-Go had a ton of points in the paint, 70 to be exact.
That's where the Coats really struggled. They were shooting at a high clip from outside, but they had a tough time getting some penetration, and that's going to go.
Yeah, Delaware, by and large, has taken pretty good care of the basketball. They had 14 on Monday.
Shead has the rock. He gives it off to Shamshay once again, in and out. We're going to see a little bit of that two-man game between those two tonight at Chase Fieldhouse. McCall from downtown.
McCall had gone 3 of 6 the last time out, and he did that coming off the bench.
Players played at South Carolina in college. Signed a two-way on December 11th, so very quickly becoming that two-way player in the Raptors organization.
It is amazing now that you can have 3 and how often it can change, you know, adding new two-ways.
That it can. One of the two-ways for the Blue Coats, Jeff Doughton, able to nail the triple.
Yeah, he's put up 20 or more in the last 2.
The board on the other side. Doughton pulls up, knocking it down from Tripletown. He's got the hot hand to start things off. Lawson going the other way. Mina Muhammad, somebody that comes in and makes the most of his minutes.
That is a quick substitution.
Nance to Muhammad. And good follow through by Justin Edwards. He had 25 the other night, gets his first points here against Raptors 905.
And it was Justin Edwards, as you see the Raptors get into the paint yet again. Justin Edwards was the one who put the Blue Coats up 115-113 in that first game, making 2 free throws. They thought they had a good shot at winning that until that 3 ball.
That they did, until DJ Carton passed up the 3, and Key made a big-time play for his team. Outside for Edwards. The Coats resorting once again to that 3-point shooting. Lawson blows by everybody. McCall getting into the paint. Good pass, Mahamu.
And one of the guys that did have some success with it the other night was Darius Baisley, who would just put his head down. Now, unfortunately, he didn't make many free throws because he was getting calls and getting to the line.
Shead. Blue Coats want to push. It's taken away.
Second turnover for the Coats, and again, it leads to a transition basket. You know, they're getting to the rim at ease on the errors of Delaware.
Omoruyi with a nice reverse. And that's up for Doughton, in and out. He started off hot. One of his lone misses of the game early on. So the Delaware Blue Coats, they come into this game outside of that winter showcase seating, but at the same time, as Omoruyi gets it to go, they will still go there and play a game or two. It's an important game for even teams that don't make it to be able to be seen by scouts and even more. And Muhammad showing off.
Well, they were managed to get a couple points out of that, but it's a little chaotic offensively right now for Delaware.
That it is. Raptors 905 trying to settle down. Edwards retrieves. A little bit out of sorts here for the Coats. Other end, nothing Doughton could do. Jeff Doughton having a big game early on for the Delaware Bluecoats as well, as they're all knotted at 12. Thank you all so much for making us a part of your evening. Jared Brownridge into the game for the Bluecoats. Nance has it, and he loses it. Almost looks like a fee from Pete Nance. As Aaron alluded to, one of the three two-ways for the Delaware Bluecoats, as they're the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers, who are in action tonight against the Pacers after having those 5 days off. Sixers winning 4 of their last 5, Pacers dropping 5 of their last 6. So Philadelphia trying to gain some ground here. As
just a second turnover for Raptors 905.
Coats had 2 early turnovers. Muhammad to Nance. Looking for some movement. 5 on the shot clock, Muhammad. Good pass inside, and it's dunked once again. Lawson showing some hops at 6'6". He's been up there twice now for some buddies. Nance trying to do what he can, and he does it.
Well, Nance, we mentioned he made 50% of his threes on Monday, and now knocks one down here in the early going.
Sue in the ball game, along with Kennedy Chandler. Good ball movement here from Raptors 905. To the corner. They'll go during the game for the Delaware Bluecoats. Tucker, and that's 6'7", 210. Played at Butler, was also with the Chicago Bulls G League affiliate, Windy City, where he averaged 4.3 points per game a season ago.
The series with the Go-Go, Justin Edwards had 4 made threes 2 days in a row.
That was the Sunday-Monday combined 2 games. Once again, 25 for Edwards in the last game, 22 for Doughton. Outside for Tucker. Nothing there. As Doughton is back on the floor.
What a great first quarter, and now early part of this for Bagley. Just a lot of energy. Yeah, he attacking battle head on.
Mintz makes one that will count for 2. Mintz perfect from the line, 3 for 3 so far tonight. Another turnover by Raptors 905. Mintz.
How about to be able to get your own long rebound off a missed 3?
And Raptor Day too, Cody, that he is. It's just a dance party in between timeouts there. Getting the crowd hyped up for the Delaware Bluecoats. They have a lot to cheer about so far in the early going. Another turnover, the 3rd in the second quarter, as Doughton gets the Bluecoats. They are the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers, in action tonight against the Indiana Pacers. They're down right now 22-17 with 2:49 left to go in the first quarter of action. Lawson, and that's taken away by Nance, using his length. Mintz, and they're going to turn it over. Forcing a little much there were the Coats. Lawson other end, and they're going to... And it's turned into 4 turnovers, as Dean just alluded to, in this second quarter. As Lawson makes the free throw that'll count for 2.
Yeah, the 905s came in averaging 17 per game, but having 6 with a lot of time still to play in the first half is a big number for them.
Nance misses there. Meaning Muhammad back into the game. Outside.
outside has not been friendly for 905. They're now 0 for 7.
For Raptors 905 in the first quarter, so they tried to go back to that, and then it's resulted in 4 turnovers in the second. And they've been ice cold from beyond. 11 for 26, field goal range as well. Dalton. Nance.
This is a good matchup. Nance versus Amarui.
Trying to work down low. Oh, the lucky roll. Last touch going to be wrapping was the foul trouble that he got into. That was the one negative. The positive was 15 points along with 7 boards. Of course, coming in when Andre Drummond got hurt, they were really looking for some more.
That was in the previous game, the day before. The foul shooting was very lopsided in favor of Delaware, and I think just as a whole, it was a little bit of payback.
Dalton keeping up his hot streak. He's got 10 points. He leads the Bluecoats. First Bluecoat in double figures. Oh, down low. Good give and go here for Raptors 905.
And that was a situation where Nance came with some help defense, and his guy was the one who cut behind him when he did.
Dalton goes the way of the screen. Dalton, the step back, and the finish. Jeff Dalton with ice in his veins. He's got 13. Other end, Lawson. Mintz doing a really good job of just being all over the floor here tonight. Edwards saying, how do you do?
Well, what I loved about that shot by Edwards was that he came to a jump stop, which gives you options of how you want to finish at that point.
Gilliard. And it's just been... (41-28). The Bluecoats 5 for 15 from beyond the arc. It's going to be just showing that he can take up some space down low.
Yeah, and again, because they had shot the 3 ball so well, they continued to pass the ball and shoot from the outside.
Another takeaway. Raptors 905, they've been turnover machines in this quarter. Brownridge in the game, no look pass, Muhammad able to finish. One thing I liked about Dalton on the last play, sometimes when he scores, he tends to go into a little bit of an iso ball mode, which can work well sometimes, and not as well the other times. That time around, giving it up, and Muhammad able to. They have 8 total turnovers. That's turned into 10 points for the Bluecoats. Edwards takes the screen.
Nance tried to be the roller, but he was defended pretty well.
5 on the timer. Brownridge, he gets busy. Raptors 905 not saying it hit the rim.
It didn't hit the rim.
It's almost getting away with one there. Raptors 905 making sure they didn't. Good pass down low. A kick out to the corner. And it's no good. Struggling mightily, 0 for 10 for the Bluecoats to continue to extend this lead. We saw on Monday night that Capital City Go-Go was able to come back within the lead and come out on top. For the Bluecoats, if you know the three-point shooting team that Raptors 905 can be, you have to be able to try to extend the lead here so it doesn't hurt down the line. Shed defended by Dalton.
Yeah, to your point, Kayla, I mean, the Bluecoats led by as many as 16, and it was 10 going into the 4th quarter.
Shot clock violation. Still a lot of time left to play in the game overall, but just not a lot of cohesion on the offensive side of things. Now they look to their defense. Nance, what a pass, and the finish by Edwards. highlight the depth of Fiedler and Nance on this Coats team, especially down low. Trying to get the rock back, and Shed able to do so.
Well, Shed was responsible for the previous shot clock violation, which was not going over well with his coach, so good for him on the offensive board and putback.
Dowling, strong drive.
Dalton only missed one attempt here today.
5 for 6. Floater no good. Fiedler good rebound, skying up for it. Edwards other end, trying to go high off the glass among the taller Shamshay. Dalton, yet again, what can he do in this first half of action?
Well, that's now 17 points for Jeff Dalton Jr. to lead all scorers.
Key, he was the kryptonite last time out against the Blue Coats, and he gets it to fall. Fiedler awaits for Edwards, who pulls the trigger. It's pure.
Well, that's his first made three. So it's talking about his three-point shooting in the 2 games with the Go-Go, where he made a total of 8. Before that, he was shooting 30% from 3, but that seems to be a number that's going up.
And going up and away are the now Fiedler and Nance down low, and then letting the guards move around, opening up the floor. Nance. Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards 1 of 4 from 3 in this one. Right now, Chandler has 2 points in this game. Last time out, he had 25. He was also in the starting lineup that night.
And he was. And that was a big back and forth game to start out the tip-off tournament season here at Chase Fieldhouse. Dalton, he thought about it, gives it to Edwards, and it's good. So the Dalton and Edwards duo working once again.
Edwards has a smooth stroke. I think that number is going to, his percentage.
While playing in 32 contests, averaged about 8.8 points per game there. And we've seen him throughout this season saying, his numbers in college weren't necessarily the highest in terms of points per game, but he does a lot of different things, still very young, and he has fit into this Blue Coats team very nicely. Nance from the top of the key.
Yeah, so now you have 9 made threes for Delaware to 0 for the Raptor 905. And the reason I say it, the only other way you can make up for that is get to the line, force more turnovers, and in both cases, they are not ahead in those categories.
This time, Jeff Dowling taking it himself. He's got 20 first half points.
And his season high is 33.
He's on pace to break that here tonight. It's been a big first half for him. The passing works this time. Urbana are able to finish the job.
But for the 905s to give up 72, or if they give up a bucket here, that's a huge number for the first half.
Edwards goes up with the right hand.
I feel like the Raptors just don't have a lot of firepower today.
And they really struggled turning it over about 4 consecutive times, and then even more following that in the second quarter. And now the Blue Coats looking to keep it up. Dallin, he's already got 20. Trying to pick up where he left off in the first half, and he does.
Well, he had Nance as a roller, and both guys went with Nance, which left Jeff Dalton Jr. wide open. I think he thought he deserved it.
The whistle is silent, but nevertheless, the 3 is good. He's got 23. 0 for 11 now, Raptors 905 from beyond. Dalton, tough to the cup, plus the foul. Tonight, Jeff Dalton, 25 points, 20 of them coming in the first half. Season high, 33. This one is up and too strong.
That was only the second missed free throw for Delaware, and they already have attempted 10, which when you're shooting 1 for 2 points, that's a pretty high number with 11 minutes still to go here in the third quarter.
Raptors 905 trying to get a little bit of momentum on their side. Marouye. He was the leading scorer going into the break. He has 14 now. Outside for Edwards, and he splashes it.
Yeah, the combination of Dalton and Edwards, really now for 4 straight games, has been fantastic.
Edwards, heat check.
I mean, he's just getting 3-point behind the arc. He's 14 of his last 22 from downtown. Prior to that, he was shooting 30%. So something has definitely changed for him, because if it's one game, okay, but this is now 3 in a row.
So the rows continue here. 85-51, 10-17 left to go in the third quarter of action. Dalton, he gives it off to Nance, to Edwards. McCall has it. It's raining threes here in Wilmington.
Well, when it comes to McCall, he came into this game, he was shooting 28% from 3. A year ago, he shot 27%.
Especially defensively, down low in the paint, able to collect rebounds. Really good showing for him here tonight for the Coats. No points on the board, but he did a lot of other things early on.
Well, when you have guys like Dalton and Justin Edwards playing as strong offensively as Edwards gets the layup, the field goal attempts, you're going to keep leaning in that direction. One guy's 9 of 13 and Dalton's 9 of 10.
Dalton trying to get Bagley involved. Good find, Nance. In and out.
Wow, what a steal from McCall. And he was just waiting in lurch.
Takeaway after takeaway, unable to capitalize. Raptors 905 on the other end. That's going to be it. Raptors 905 coming into this game, losing their last 2, then came out with a win against the Swarm, then lost 2 before that. So a little bit of up and down, just 3 wins on the season. And their very first win was in this very building in game 1 of the season, as Edwards showing that he doesn't want that to happen again.
Now his 5th made 3, 5 of 8.
Outside for Lawson, he drains it.
But Kayla, if you're in opposition and you're looking at the scouting report and you know how Justin is athletic and can take you off the dribble, and you're saying, okay, so the last couple of games he's made some threes, but you still want to make sure you're not letting him get to the rim. But now you have to honor the fact that he has 13 made threes in 3 games.
He has been lighting it up, and that's something you want to see. He's played really well this year for the Blue Coats, still going into the regular season. I'm excited to see how he develops through that during the tip-off tournament season. Five on the timer. Nance has got to get busy.
Again, Justin Edwards able to alter the first shot on Marouye, though.
He'll be in one in no time. That too does.
Listen, we've seen it with a former Blue Coat who wore a 76ers jersey, Mac McClung, for the NBA dunk contest winning. So you never know what the future could hold for Pete Nance. Maybe he could have the same way later on. Good pickup by the Delaware Blue Coats, really looking for some depth after Andre Drummond went down with the already injured Joel Embiid, and having somebody that's on the G League roster that you can pull up at any given moment as long.
Well, it's impressive that Delaware has continued to add to their lead. It was 25 at the half. Now.
The largest Raptors 905 has lost to this season was 42, and that was against, or excuse me, they won in that game. They beat the Swarm. As Dalton, big time, step back and drains it.
Getting ever closer to his 33. He has 28.
Still only in the third quarter, as picking up his own loose change was Guerrier.
Well, it's a similar formula, and it's okay because Delaware is shooting 50% from three-point range. The points in the paint, they're minus 20, but when you're shooting the outside shot as well as they are.
Raptors 905 this year, largest loss wasn't against the Swarm, but it was 35 points. Blue Coats up now, 96-68. Lawson. Nance looks like he got a piece of that. Hamu kicks it out to Brownridge, and that gets down. Nance and Lawson, it'll go to Nance. Dallin has it. Edwards from the top of the key. Shamshay brings some height and rebounding back into the game for Raptors 905.
That's a walk.
Whistle silent, ball don't lie. Edwards lost the handle, gets it taken away.
That last possession was at least 5 steps.
Shamshay gets blocked by Nance down low. Takes a while to gather himself before he goes up. Nance reading it clearly.
Well, in his first game with Delaware, he had 3 blocks, and now that one was as pretty as any of them.
Nance has a bit of an advantage here. Nance staying with it.
Well, the shot clock is now at 5. Keep in mind it reset to 14 on the offensive board.
Edwards doesn't need that much shine to make that look pretty. Justin Edwards. Him and Jeff Dallin have been on fire here tonight.
And that was a mid-range shot as opposed to being behind the arc.
Oh, Nance, what a beauty. Dallin the other end, turning defense into some offense.
So Jeff Dallin Jr. now 30 points for him, and Edwards has 29.
And that big dunk was led to the block by Nance. This time, Shamshay able to get over him, but Nance has been putting in the work down low. What a game by Dallin and Edwards. Really, collectively, the Blue Coats as a whole. Dallin, some ISO ball here with 2 on the timer. It's good.
At this point, I mean, he's just so confident he can make anything, hand in his face or not.
Mita Mohammed saying, you're not going to get into the paint that easily. And it's taken away by who else but Justin Edwards with the windmill.
Well, Justin Edwards has a new season high.
Edwards doesn't get the bounce.
But it is his first 30-point performance as a pro.
31 cast here tonight. It has been the Blue Coats, Jeff Dallin and Justin Edwards, the big duo here tonight. And it's about 12 more minutes to close this thing out if you're Delaware.
Yeah.
Blue Coats The 19 fast break points in this game. Points in the paint, 35, 34, check that.
Yeah, the biggest differential continues to be 16 made threes for Delaware, 2 for the Raptor 905s.
In and out for Tucker. Outside for a battle, comes up short. Dalton with a chance to get a new season high. Oh, what a drive.
I mean, he's contributed 15 points in 15 minutes.
He has been very effective on the floor, doing all the little things as well, and that perfect streak from the line continues. Key, similar spot to where he hit the go-ahead three the first game between these two teams. From the top of the key, and it's going to be an off. Creating that as well, putting his body on the line. 111.85. We'll see if the Coats can keep this Raptors 905 team under 100. Still a lot of time left to play. Brownridge left alone, and you cannot do that.
Now everybody who has played is in the scoring column. And like I said, Longobardi went 10 deep.
Jesu able to get the finish.
And in addition to everybody scoring, everybody's played at least 10 minutes.
Coach Longobardi also going to the bench really early, too, in this game. In the first quarter, Muhammad being the first one off the bench super early into the contest. So making sure everybody is playing a role here tonight, and that they have. Mintz. Underneath, and it is good. Amarui able to get the deuce.
Amarui now up to 25 points. I just think it's amazing that he's leading his team in assists as well, with 6 of them.
He only averages a few a game as well. Under 1, check that. So he's been trying to do everything that he can. Brownridge adding to the three-point party here in Wilmington. Shed dishing it off. Amarui able to get the slam. Dalton. 32. Brownridge. Continue on that season high. This duo, we alluded to it already, but has been so effective in the last few games for the Delaware Bluecoats. And a lot can change between now in terms of when we go to the regular season after the winter showcase with contracts and two-ways. Sixers already have as well.
And when you get into the regular season, 10-day contracts become a part of it as well.
Outside for Jesu, it's no good. A lot of life from Raptors 905 in transition. The Bluecoats calling a timeout, able to stop that, and ever since then, it's been all Delaware. But Marie making a case for his team. Marie, check that.
That matches his season high of 29 points, which he had scored against Greensboro in a win, one of their 3 wins this season.
Outside for Edwards. He continues his career night.
saw their coach scratching his head. Understandable. I mean, the young kid, 6 of 11 from behind the arc.
Nothing falling for Raptors 905 either. Brown Ridge has it. Oh, down into the cup.
Gives you an opportunity to let the guy do the flyby, and then you can lay it in. Maybe avoid some of the contact.
Dallin misses there, so he's still shaking off that wrist, so contact not avoided there as Lawson glides to the cup.